For each and every one of you have come with a desire and a reason for information that each of you are seeking. And so with that, we will work to answer much of that for you this evening to allow you to have the ability, the knowledge, and the inclination to have an understanding of what life is, why purposefully we're here, and why what is happening within the earthly plane and in the universe affects each and every one of you, but is part of the bigger picture, is part of how everything that connects back together is playing into the changes and the dimensions and the realms that are currently coming into play. So with that, we will begin, starting from the beginning, with the consciousness knowing that the earth came to be, with an understanding that beings could inhabit the earth with free will, with the ability to understand what a life is, make their own decisions, but also feel that duality between the celestial realm and the earthly plane. For although they are very similar, they are also very different. And through that duality allowed for the beings and souls to learn so much more than what was possible on other planets, universes, and galaxies. So with that note, each and every one of you have chosen to come into this lifetime, have chosen to be a part of the earthly plane, to feel that duality and to feel that experience of what it is like for you to truly make decisions and to lead your own path. For all beings come onto the earth with a purpose and a reason and a path for why they are here and what they are doing. And there is something that they are trying to accomplish, whether it is the completion of a contract, whether it is an experience, whether it is learning, whatever that may be for that being, they are coming into this earth to come and have a better understanding of what that is. For when you're just on the celestial plane as we are, it can be difficult at times to fully understand and grasp that what is happening down here, that you can feel those darker feelings, that you can feel those deeper feelings and that more connectedness of what is there. That is when it can become difficult overall for you to grasp, know, and understand what it is like to truly feel deep within. For in the celestial realm, we live in a context of peace, love, joy, and of all-encompassing, of unconditional love. So you don't feel that duality as much, that difference. Now, this does not mean we want to create that separation for beings, that there needs to be that difference between the earthly plane and the celestial plane. But instead, what it has to grasp and what you have to understand is that there is so much there more coming to you. That instead of feeling that difference, feeling those emotions, that despair, that hurt, that fear, that anger, instead of feeling those and being angry for that coming to you, instead feel that duality. What is sadness without happiness? What is pain without love? What are all the differences and the duality and the differences between them? For when you can sit within that moment, sit within that grief, and know and understand that there is something there that is hurting you, that you have lost, when you can feel that energy, understand why it's there, and appreciate it from a soul's experience level, that is when you find the most growth. That is when you excel the most and grow the most, allowing yourself to truly come in an understanding of who and what you are. And when you can sit in that moment of an understanding of that emotion and what your soul has, feeling with that, in a being with that, that is when you find that you can firmly let it go and have a better understanding as to what life is all about and what life is and how you can continue to exist, live, and flourish on the earthly plane. Does that make sense thus far? Yes. Okay, good. So now as you are feeling this duality of life, as you are feeling the ups and the downs, the backs and the floors, the highs and the lows, know and understand that life is all about frequencies. And life is truly all about the ebbs and the flows of what is coming, whether they be very far apart and high ups and downs, whether they're very short and small ups and downs. But each and every one of those is how your life is being lived. For if you lived a life that was flat, that did not have the ebbs and flows, it would be very boring. And there would be nothing new coming in, nothing that brought you joy, nothing that brought you excitement or sadness. So when you look at your life and you feel these very high highs or these low lows, or even if they're a slight high or a slight low, depending upon what your path looks like, know and understand that that is what makes your life and this existence so wonderful from what it could be and what it is. So embrace each of those moments. Sit within that feeling of gratitude, knowing and understanding that you are happy and grateful for the ability to feel that. Even when it is the low grief of someone you've lost, know and understand that without that, you would not be able to feel the joy and the happiness of when that loved one was with you. Because it would all be stagnant. And this is how the energy moves, flows, and adjusts for so much more to come in. Now, as you are considering looking here, as you are finding out more of what is going on, what you are coming to find and know and understand is that when you sit within gratitude, when you look at your life from a grateful eye, grateful for being able to be in a human existence, to have a body, to have a place to shelter you, to have friends, family, to have joy, happiness, love, excitement, to have the ability to do things that create these moments that bring so much joy to your life. When you have those and when you are grateful for them, you have a better understanding of how each of you are a being, how each of you are a soul on earth, and how each of you are creating your life and bringing all that you need into it. And you say, well, if I can manifest everything I need, everything I want, anything could be possible. Why do the things come down that cause me to go down? Why does the sadness come in, the hurt, the fear? Why do those things come in if I can manifest at this higher realm and this higher vibration? And we tell you it is because life is about the duality. You can create all of this. You can have the material things Earth can provide. You can have everything that to your mind's eye seems what you need. But you also have to have that gratitude around it. And you will still have the ups and downs and the highs and lows. But instead of having a low, maybe it's just a slight dip. So that your vibrational wave is not as big as others. Because as we said before, without the duality, the human existence wouldn't be a human existence. And that is how you need to understand it. And that is how you need to look at it as you are continuing to move and ebb and flow and grow within your being. Has this made sense thus far before we move on?
Yes.
Okay. So now as you look at the world as it is, which is where many, many of your questions are coming from. But if you look at the world, the state of the world, the existence of the world, and how there is so much separation and so much duality than what has been seen for many, many lifetimes prior. But this is all about an understanding of each side, about an understanding of the differences. An understanding that as the world is getting ready to move into the next dimension, as each of you are ready to move into that next higher vibrational realm, as we're all moving up and raising into this time, when the celestial and the earthly plane are closer together, we're an understanding of we are all one. We are all connected, and we are all beings that love, support, and are proud of each other, no matter what happens. How you find that, and partly is through this duality, in this energy that is trying to hold back that increase in vibration. Where when everyone gets, and this earth entirely gets to that next vibration, and gets in truly into that next dimension, much of this will disappear. There will still be duality, but it will be in a different state. You will look at it differently. Those highs and lows you had before will become much less, and then you'll have some that'll be just very small. Now, no one understands even though they can be very small. To a being and a human, it can seem much more great than what it truly is. But when each of you are able to look at each of these times with gratitude, all of your life as gratitude, gratitude for the shoes on your feet, gratitude for the coat that keeps you warm, gratitude for the beautiful necklace you wear. When you have appreciation for those, and also appreciation for the experience you've had, including the loss of a loved one, including the person who said words to you that were hurtful, or even the experience you had of getting hurt. When you can look at it instead with, I understand why this needed to happen. I have an appreciation for what came of it. And I know as a soul and as a being, a human being, that I've learned from it and I've grown from it. And I have appreciation for it happening because it has made me who I am today. That is when you work and you will be raising into the next place. Now, as I've not been a being for much time on this planet, as it was many, many millennia ago, I do know and understand that during my lifetimes, I did not feel the way that I'm speaking of it now. For much of my growth has been on the earthly plane, but also working with those others to understand how the celestial and the earth connect. So now I want to get into more of that reconnection and how the earth can help each and every one of you to truly become more steadfast in your life, to grow and develop more as a being, to use what the earth has so provided. So are you ready for me to move into this next part? Have you understood what I've said thus far? Yes. Okay. So as each of you are beings on the earth, the body you inhabit is from the earth, of the earth, and will always be the earth. Because the earth is what has created it. That is why when you are sick, you utilize the grounding energy of the earth to replenish. You look for those foods that are nourishing as fruits and vegetables are. You find those things that truly hold that earthly grounding energy to replenish the body, to allow it to reconnect. The vitamins and minerals that are found in the dirt that become part of your food. Those are what you look for. When there's part of you that knows you need a certain mineral, you look for that food. Or you don't know you need a certain mineral, but you find all you are eating are turnips. And you go, well, there must be something in turnips that I want. That is how you know and understand that your body is working to replenish it. So as you are a being of the earth, and as the body you inhabit is part of the earth, it is important to continue the groundingness and to be part of it. Put your feet down into the earth, into the dirt, into the grass, into the sand, on the wood, whatever allows you to reconnect. And you may think, well, you are not connected now. But that is because we are not of the earth. So as we utilize the body, we do not need that grounding energy, although she will when she has completed. But as you are working within that grounding earth and that grounding energy, you will then come to find that the other earthly elements will also help to support and sustain you during this trying time that earth is in. When you feel too much is on your shoulders, feel the wind come through to take it away. Allow the water to cleanse all that is there. Not only you as a being, but deep down within your soul, that energy can penetrate. Sit in the water, whether it be in your home, in a lake, in an ocean, or in a river. Get within the water and feel it pulling away all that does not serve you. Allow the energy of the sun and light to recharge you as a being, to truly come into your own, and to feel the powerful being you are, that is one of love and peace and connection to all. And you will truly firmly understand that there is so much more coming to you than what you ever expected. Because when you can sit within your power, when you are truly connected to the earth, to the celestial, to the air, water, wind, light, to all of the energies that are around you, as if each of you are a conduit for them. When you have that ability, that is when each of you are at your strongest, where anything that comes to you can be surpassed and beaten and overcome, or it will not be the roadblock that you expect it to be. Because when you feel that connection to all, anything that comes to you can come through you. Now you ask, how do I connect to those things? How do I connect to the elements? And we've told you how you can connect to earth, the wind, the water, and the light. But have an understanding that there are more energies and elements than just that. There's the connection with the trees. As you sit and breathe in the air they've provided in all of the plants, you are connecting with those plants. You're connecting with the plant energy and the tree energy. As you sit with an animal, whether it be a dog or a cat or some other animal that you come in contact with, you are connecting with them as a soul being, but also the energy that all animals are. When you are in the water with fish, you are within their habitat, and you connect with their energy in a similar way as if you consume fish, but it is more connectable when they are living. There is also the elements of the oil that comes from the ground when you utilize something that has had that in there, as long as it is not too mutated. You can also connect with those that are around you, because I know that you have more of a celestial energy, where you have more of a grounding energy. You will share each of that with me, and I will share my celestial with you. When you sit within that space and connect with your soul, you then know and understand what is coming, where you are, and what is yet to be. For that is truly what is coming to each of you, and how you reconnect back down. So utilize all the earth has provided. There is so much that has been pushed away that they say we do not need from the earth, or we can create, we can make. which is very true. For anything that is created or made starts from the earth. But no, there is nothing more nourishing for your body, for your being, and even for your soul than what can be directly from the earth in a non-mutatable or changed state. Has this answered the questions that were in each of your minds? Is there anything else we can answer on this topic for you?
Yes, I have a question. So, people that consume foods that are processed and they still are sustained quite well, is that?
So the body can become very mutatable to be able to sustain on what is given. The same way when you give it processed foods, it can sustain, but it is sustaining at a different manner. So we will use this for an example. A machine can sustain on gas and oil that it needs to continue to work. And you can continue to give it the gas or the oil that is old, that is not as clean, that isn't necessarily the best for it, but it will continue to work. It will continue to go. But at some point in time, it will begin to break down. It may need a new belt. It may need a new gear. It may need a new spring. And you fix it and you replace it. And then you continue to give it the same fuel that it was given before. And you have to continue to fix it. And it doesn't work as well. It's not as efficient. And then you say, it is old, time to get new. The human body is very similar. That if you give it foods that are processed or not of a natural state, or that not are exactly what it needs, or what is encountering, it will continue to work. But where is it working optimally and efficiently? Is it truly healthy? Are there times where there is dis-ease in the body? Are there pathogens or things that are causing it to slowly break down? Because the human body was created to live much, much longer than what the current lifespan is right now. And it is not just due to the nature of the fuel it is given. We want you to understand that. There are other factors at play that we can get to at another time. But what it truly is a being, and when a soul is truly within the body, when the body, the soul, and the mind work together, and the body is given the fuel it needs to operate efficiently, the vitamins and minerals that it needs, whether it be through the earth, whether it be through foods that are grown in the air or in the water. When the body has exactly what it needs, and it is truly in balance, that allows for the soul, the mind, to be in balance with the body as well. Or when something is out of balance, one side is always up and one side is always down. It comes back to the duality piece of it again. But within the body's true essence and energy, it needs to have more of that balance to live that optimal life. So when you see someone who does not eat foods that are processed or very much limits them, truly listening to the body from the soul's eye and the soul's ear as to what it needs, that is when that being will be the most healthy. For you hear of someone saying, I feel like I need nuts. I feel like I need a food that is a nut. But then you hear someone else saying, well, there is much fat in that. That is not good for you. But if that person is truly listening to the body's going, I need the minerals that are in those nuts. And it's asking you to give it to them. Now understand, like anything, there has to be balance. And with the body, it's about balancing. And when you truly listen to your body, it will tell you what the balance is. In order to understand, we say this based on all of the foods that are in their purest form, that have zero modifications to them. That is when the body understands what it needs most. It can learn to work through the processed foods to understand what it needs. But it is not necessarily going to get 100%, but it knows what it can be given. And so it will adjust based on that. Did that somewhat answer your question? We know we took quite a long way to get there. What other questions or topics may we answer for you today?
You talked about working with the different elements, and what about the moon? What we're working with the moon, how would that benefit us?
The moon is truly a planet and an energy and an element that allows you to see the side of yourself that you do not want others to see. For within the realm, it is considered that of the quiet side, the sheltered side, the one that you do not want the world to see. Working within that energy allows you to know and understand what parts of yourself, what experiences you've had that you truly need to re-look at. What do you want to show the world? What do you want to bring into the forefront? What is truly an inner workings? What is it that has happened to you that you need to heal, that the moon can assist you with? How can it allow you to recreate? For the cycle of the moon on the earth is fairly short compared to others. And it allows you to constantly have that ever-changing of allowing yourself the newness, of allowing yourself to process through what needs to be healed and passed on, and then to allow it to become new again. The moon is a beautiful representation of a cycling change and a bringing in and letting go. But because it is all done on such an internal level and in such an inner workings level, most do not realize that they're working through things or doing it. For the moon's energy is very, very strong to beings on the earth. And because of how strong it is, it can help slightly push or shift you in one direction or another. Now understand, you all still have free will to decide not to do that. But the moon is that essence and that energy that is right there below the surface, nudging you forward, giving you the knowledge that you need. For the moon holds so much. When you work with it and connect with it, feel the light and the energy washing over you, especially on a full moon or a new moon. When you can truly feel that energy come through you, you will notice that you will shift internally as to what is needed, what is necessary. You will see yourself in a different light. You will have bigger revelations as to where you are in your life, where you want to go or where you've been. And then you will truly come to know and understand where it is you want to go, where you are going, what you still need to work through and heal, and where you want to be. Now the moon is mainly specifically for this lifetime in particular. It does not typically work into past lifetimes, past contracts, or past experiences. Although it may help to bring one up if it is connected in this life, don't expect it to go back so much farther. For those things that are truly deep down, you need more than just the moon to assist you in readjusting them, or healing them, or releasing them. But the moon can be very great have appreciation for what she provides, where she is almost as if that caretaker that sits in the background, that is there for you, watching you, and helps to push you in the direction you need to go. And she is all loving and encompassing as well, where it will provide much more than what you can even have a knowledge of or experience of. So be grateful you have a moon, for it is strong and it is ever with you. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
What other questions or topics may we answer? You've had many good questions this evening.
What advice can, many of us in here are healers, what advice can you give for the healers at this time?
Healing is needed more now than ever within this realm of the planet, as it was needed prior in the earth many, many millennia ago, and even centuries ago. But right now, know and understand that the healing you experience and the healing you provide is not necessarily just about healing people. It is about healing yourselves, healing the elements around, and healing the earth overall. Because people are more open to healing than what they were before. They understand that by utilizing the energy of the earth, by using the planets, using the elements, so much more is coming to you. When you have an understanding that that is where things are at, when you have an understanding that to use all of those aspects that are there, you will come to find that your healing ability will grow. People will reconnect with you. People will have an understanding of where you are. So we use this as an example. For as you are healers, you've always connected with the earth's energy mainly. Sometimes the celestial as well. But let's take it the next step further. When you are connected with one of those energies, whether it be through healing touch, whether it be through mind healing, however you want to look at it, when you provide those, if you add in another element, if you are connecting with the earth, why not also connect with the celestial? You are connected in any way because of how the body lives in the planet, the connection to the celestial and to the grounding energy. As you look at how you can bring those two together, and as we've spoken before, you can transform those two energies together within your body to then send them back out. The two of them together are even stronger than just one. Now, say you add in another element of water, which is very clearing of energy that is no longer needed, which provides that comforting embrace, that body can truly feel like it is back again. Because if you think the body begins in water, within the womb of the mother, which has water in it, that is how the body first was started. So when it is in water, it is feeling that. So not that you have to have them in water, but utilize the energy of water. Have a bowl of water near you. Have them have their fingers get wet to feel the water on them. Have you yourself get through to the water. Drink water before, during, and after the sessions. That is how you connect back with that. Look at the element of fire. Fire is about change. It is about transformation. Without it, things would be stagnant and the same. Have a candle lit nearby. Feel the warmth coming off of a fireplace. Tap into that fire energy that is partly from the sun, as the sun is partly an element of fire along with several others. but you can tap into that part from the sun or any other light that is of its natural state. You can utilize these and know that when you are healing, whether you're sending energy, whether you're connecting with them through touch, through massage, through the mind, through speaking, however it is that you work with them, you just need to ask, element of fire energy, I ask you to assist me within this healing today. Element of water. If you have them there, it is even more powerful, but you may ask. That is how you elevate yourself to the next level as a healer, by utilizing more than just what you have, and being grateful for the abilities that each of you have, and that not that just you have them, but that you've worked with them, that you've looked to how it can grow, and how you can use it to assist others, and to make the world a better place. When you are feeling that as there are people that are coming to you, but you need more than that, also know and understand that as we heal the earth, and the planets and the elements around it and on it, that is also a form of healing of all beings that are of the earth. So as you work to heal Mother Earth, as you feel that energy going deep down within her core, providing the necessary energy so she can rebuild, replenish, and be strong, that is also a healing of yourself and all who inhabit it. Because when the earth is stronger, or any other element you so decide you want to work with, it makes everything else so much more stronger. For every element that is on the earth is able to adjust itself, to heal, to grow, and to replenish. And even though you may say, but as a human race, we are ruining the planet. We are not treating it correctly. We have polluted the oceans, the rivers. We've emptied the aquifers. We throw things that are no longer needed back into the earth and do not allow it to decompose and to replenish itself. Although all of that is true, energy can cure anything. And if the world overall, and all humans, animals, plants, beings, microbiome, would take one moment together to give gratitude, healing energy, peace, and thanks back, all would be fixed in a moment. But that is more than what there is. And that is more than what the entire planet can provide right now. So when you have a moment, give thanks and gratitude, not only for the body you inhabit, but where you are in life, how you've come to be, the experiences, good and bad, you've had, the learnings that you've had, the growth you've experienced from being a very small baby to where you are now in life. Being thankful for the friends, family, even the people you do not like for coming into your life. For they've shown you something that is very important. They've allowed you to experience and grow as a soul. And when you have gratitude for all of that, anything you need, hope for, or desire will be provided. Because when you live in love and gratitude, all is possible. All is there. You just need to reach out and grab it with the same gratitude you had before. Does that make sense to everyone? Yes. What other questions or topics may we answer for you today? there is nothing else, we will leave for now. And with that, we wish you an adieu.